Hey guys, welcome to ESL TV for the Black Monster Cup. We're into Group C here, and this is our first game of the day. It's going to be DragonTeam up against HWA. Just have to let you guys, if you're just to join us or weren't here a little bit earlier on, we have Cloud9 actually dropping out of the groups today, so there's only going to be 3 teams playing for the 2 slots to get into the playoffs to join SK Gaming Prime, Gamers 2, Invaders, and Mouse Sports. And if you guys aren't familiar, our group stages are kind of like OGN format. You will be playing a best of 2. Each win you do get will count towards 3 points. If you win the 2-0 in a sweep, you get 6 points. The other team gets 0. If you tie, it's 3 apiece. And let's see, the top 2 teams at the end of this will be advancing on. If there are any tiebreakers, we will be playing those out as well. If you guys watched last week's show, I hope there are no tiebreakers because I really don't want to have to run to the train again and barely catch it. And speaking of that, you guys have no idea how close I was to missing that train. I didn't even set the alarm in the building. I ran out of this room. I ran down 3 flights of stairs. And right when I get to the door, I see the train go by. And I've never ran so fast in my life. But I caught the train. I even ran into it. Kind of hurt a little bit because I couldn't stop myself quick enough. But I made it. And it was that last train of the night. I would have had to have walked home, taking about an hour to get home. So I was happy about that. And luckily the mic is working as well today too. So there's no problems with that one. But as you can see, we're going to have an invade come out of DragonTeam here. Me heading towards this red buff. And it looks like they will be able to pick it up and actually steal it over for, I believe, I want to say Vincent over on that Twitch. And it would actually make quite a bit of sense here. And they do have that teleport. Actually, no, it will be Archie getting it. That was interesting. Maybe for some harassability out of him with his E. But let's go to the last for you guys at home. If you're unfamiliar with these 2 teams, DragonTeam, we have Power of Goodness, Mirror, and Oliget, Vincent, and Archie. And right now, speaking of Archie, we see him being very aggressive in this top lane, though. He has to be careful. Can't really afford to die too early here. Doesn't want to lose out on that red buff. And over on HWA, we have Raylan, Halpern, Lethianor, Prod, and Unit back. And we did have a little bit of invade coming off Halpern as well. He went for a little bit of a steal on that red, but he didn't get it. But he at least forced Mirror back. It did give him a little bit low. And forced to head up towards that top side for that blue buff here. And Mundo, well, he just teleported down towards that bottom lane where he might actually get ganked on. But Halpern realizing, oh, I didn't get there red, and my red's going to be gone here. Can't really do anything much about that. So he'll probably be stuck in the jungle for quite a while. Don't justify that red buff. It technically counts because Nami can harass really well. You pop the E, you get the slow from your red buff, and you can hit those bubbles so damn easily. But I don't know if I agree with him taking it. But either way, I mean, they stole it. That's the key point. That's all that matters. And that's all we're looking for right there. But right now, take a look at CS 8-13 in that bottom lane or between the top laners. In the middle, a little bit of advantage for Lethanor. Obviously, he has the ability to shove lanes in very quickly where Anelia has a very tough time under turret. And you can see a big CS lead as well on the side of DragonTeam for Vincent. Currently 21 CS to 4 for Prod. He's gotten a strong start here. And remember, DragonTeam, they're a team that we brought in because we needed another team. Obviously, because T-Bakes backed out. And right now, they're looking pretty strong here, though. I'm a little bit sad to see Twitch walking more like a human. It's the first time I've actually seen him since the visual update. I'm a little disappointed. He's not as cool as I thought he would be. I think even someone in chat said they missed the Twitch swag that he used to do. But Halpern now going to be coming up towards that top line, looking for potentially this gank here. But he's got all summoners available on the other team. I'm not sure he's going to lock anyone down as the directed camera thinks nothing's going to happen up there as it takes us away from it. How pro are these pros? So, DragonTeam, they have 4 people who are Challenger, 1 who are Diamond. I believe HWA have all people who are Diamond. So it gives you a little bit of an idea of how that one happens. And Power of Goodness already a lot of HP, almost at 1,000 right now. At level 4, and he's doing a good job of pressuring Raylan out. Though he is down quite a bit in CS here. And we did see Halpern stick around a very long time in that top lane, but unfortunately, well, it was a waste of time for him. Though it did give his top lane a little bit of control back that they were missing, and gave a lot of CS over to Prod since he was behind quite a bit, almost 20 difference at the point. But he'll go back to his jungle, and he'll keep farming up here. Only 16 CS, but he is running that sweeping lens. You don't typically see junglers ever pick that up off the bat at level 1, but he's going for it. You should see supports kind of go with that. At least for unit back over on that Leona, you need to be able to get that bush control. And Oliget, he's further and further behind you, but look at the damage that Raylan just did. I did not expect him to hit that hard onto a Mundo, but he definitely did. And he obviously has like Crystalline Flask to stay healthy here in that lane. and obviously keep harassing quite a bit more. So that lane's going to get probably heavily in favor for Realin until that Sunfire Cape comes in to play for power. You should just roly-poly everywhere. What do I think about the new Gragas? If it's... I probably don't even know the new Gragas. Let's just talk about 4.6. I've seen the 4.6 Gragas, and he's pretty bad in the mid lane. That's the consensus that I've gotten from him. But obviously, let me know in chat, guys. I can't see it. I am watching, obviously, using it to keep me entertained and also to help entertain you guys. So let me know who you think is going to win this one. As we'll get... Well, I'm going to be snared up here and getting very low in health. Being forced to pop this summoner here right there, but... It's under control for Lethanor already in the mid lane. You also tweet to me at JKaplan. Always read the tweets in between the games just to see what you guys are talking about. It helps me on these long nights that I'll be having, or have had and will continue to have, survive them. So, right now 42-30 in that top lane. So Vincent able to build up that lead yet again here. And Power of Goodness, well, he's having a tough time in this bottom lane. Realin actually leveling up his Q first, or sorry, evolving his Q. That extra damage in the lane, not going for the ultimate to bypass the minions or anything like that. Typically what you see out of a mid lane Kha'Zix or in that jungle. You have the Lion King stuck in your head? Yeah, it was pretty funny that Trevor's or Critchaw's talking about team builder, and if you see him say hi.
It's me.
What? They changed his voice too? Twitch. You have disappointed me, son. Alright, so back into the game here though. We do see Mirror End going into that Regal's Lantern, or going into that Feral Flare that he will be able to buy up, or build up here in just a few. I'm trying to think when we saw Master Yi last, and I was at a Reason Gaming? I can't remember off the top of my head, but we have seen Jungle Yi lately. I think it was in the summer promotion tournament that we saw, obviously at LCS, that just happened this last week. See us pretty much back to even here on this top side, and you can see that HWA feeling a little bit more aggressive on there. But both junglers have been pretty damn quiet here, and I believe Mirror End, well, he was just looking for that level 6, which he has now hit to go in for these ganks, and we'll see if he's going to make anything happen here momentarily. Maybe wait for that Wriggles, maybe start working into that Feral Flare, but he's still just farming away. Let's go and check in with him real quickly. As you see, does have that red buff. Could probably wait for that blue buff to come up, donate over to middle, and then gank something. Oh, look at... Well, he's finally been able to harass here, obviously, with that Chalice. He can sustain a lot more damage, obviously have more heals coming in. But it's going to be very hard to push out a Karma of a lane. And Realin currently, well, not as big of a lead as he had before, but Power, he does have Teleport, which Realin does not have. He could be back buying up towards his Sunfire Capers. We do see the Ignite coming in as well. Power, he should be able to regen up the Ignite. One more tick will be it, and he will survive by the power of his ult right there. Realin just underestimating his damage just a little bit. He won't be able to pick up the kill, and really still getting very low here in that mid lane. A great job, great aggression coming out of Realin, realizing that you probably could win that one out pretty damn easily here, but Power obviously will have that teleport to get back down towards that bottom lane. And Realin, well, he hasn't bought up against a Mundu who has that Giant's Belt and has that cloth armor, and you're seeing Power go straight in for him here. Cleaver's gonna keep landing. Realin getting very low in health. Will he go for the flash? He'll go for the straight up dive and just kill him under the turret. What? He just killed him on the turret, but I guess Halpern's gonna come from the side looking for the kill here. He has the red buff. The Cleavers will continue to come in here though. But Halpern will get the speed up from that Q, and that should be the kill coming in here, but Power still surviving. One more Q will be it. But will Mirror get here in time? He's looking for the kill. He does flash. Will he get the Alpha Strike off? He will. He will be under the turret. Tank this one up. He's gonna go down for this one. Halpern will pick up the kill, and it will be a 1-for-1 trade. So a double kill picked up in the end for him. And that is obviously not what you want to see happen right away if you are on the side of DragonTeam here. Remember, they have 4 challengers on their team and 1 diamond compared to the all diamonds out of HWA, and that kind of just shows individual skill. Oh, it doesn't matter too much here when it comes to team games.
Now, there's a smell you can feel.
Here comes Engage on the top side. Vincent getting locked down. The exhaust does come down to prod as well as a bubble, and it will keep Vincent alive as he's forced to use a heal and his flash to escape that one here. Let's check in with the Feral Flare. Currently have 14 stacks right now for Mirror End, and he'll be able to honestly get that up pretty soon. Depends if he keeps farming away. He's actually even with his top laner in terms of farm and destroying Halpern in CS, but in total gold, well, that's actually him in the lead. I did not expect him. I forgot that he actually got a kill there. And Halpern got 2, so he has a lead by a little bit. And Power, as you can see with that chain vest coming in, he's become a real tank here, and Realin, I'm not sure if he can really take him down here. It's gonna take quite a while for him to chip away at him, but then So Mundo will have his ultimate up very quickly and be able to apply that pressure. Pink ward coming down. And HWA to clear out some wards, but unfortunately, that does get cleared up. And Lethanor still being aggressive on Uliget. Still has a pretty big lead in that middle lane. And how much gold is he sitting on? 1,200 to spend. So mid lane's pretty much just dead even between these two guys, though. We do have Lethanor with about a 500 gold difference. And Prod, well, he's very scared. Here's Miran going for the gank on Lethanor in middle. Unfortunately, he does get snared up. He's not going to go for the dive. He learned his lesson, I think, from that last gank on bottom. And he will just back away. Uliget going to keep getting those spears in, but Halpern going to be coming in for a push onto this middle lane here. He's going to catch Uliget here, but he doesn't have the slow. And Miran will be coming for the side. The Alpha Strike coming in. Doesn't really have the damage he needs. The Summoner he'll use as well from Lethanor just to stay alive from that spear, just to make sure. And while junglers will just back away here. But we're about 11.5 minutes in. And now Vincent Vega. I don't like the voice of Twitch now. It's just not as cool as it used to be. It's not as ratty, if that makes any sense. Right now, Uliget, though, going to be ganked yet again by Halpern. And Uliget should be going down from this one. We'll get the heal off, but Lethanor will pick up the kill. And now Mirror will get hate spiked over the wall off of that one. But both AD carries finally backing away here. We see the BF Sword and the Vamp Scepter picked up for Prod. And we see the BF Sword picked up for Vega so far. Let's see if he picks up. Yep, he will get the Vamp Scepter as well. So he'll go for that sustain as he's still maintaining a little bit of a lead here in that top lane. He sounds cleaner. Yeah, he does sound cleaner. That's a good point. I didn't think about it that way. But yeah, he sounds cleaner, and that's just... Twitch is dirty. He's a dirty, dirty man. Rat man. Something like that. Alright, but... There, and let's see. What is he currently stacked at? 18? If I can even see correctly. But he will be going back to base here, and that allows the side of HWA to go for this dragon. They're pretty much all tied up in gold right now, but this will give him a pretty big lead here if they can pull this one off. We're going to see, can Uliget get the spear over the wall? He's trying to get the actual lane on it, the actual vision of it, in the path for the spear, but unfortunately that will be taken by the side of HWA, so they get the gold lead for the first time in this game. And Rallen, well, he'll be forced out of lane, going back to base here, and that will give some free time to Power to finally farm up a little bit. He should have that Sunfire Cape done. Yeah, when he goes back to base, he will have that completed. But I'm curious what Rallen's actually going to build to. Will he go for that last Whisper? Will he go for the Hydra? It looks like he could go either way still. And this Whisper will be able to eat away at any armor that Power has, and I guess give him a little bit more kill potential, but that Vamp Scepter into that Tiamat and Hydra can definitely help out as well. Give him a lot more sustain. Twitch and Jason have a lot in common. Wow, Necro. Wow. That was a bad joke. Anyways, though, if you guys are just joining us, this is a best of 2. And it is like the OGN style format, where if you win a game, you get 3 points. So if you win both of them, you get 6. If you tie, you get 3 apiece. And if you lose, obviously, you get 0. And we'll have the top 2 teams from this group advance on into the next stage of the playoffs. They'll be joining SK Gaming Prime, Gamers 2, Invaders, and Mouse Sports. But right now, Halpern coming in gank from this top side. There will be a ward there, but won't spot him out, and Vega will be able to zone away. But will he turn around into this? This may be a major mistake here. The bubble and the slow both missing. But Halpern biding his time here. He has his ultimate up. We can see that Mirror is off down towards the Riverside as well. We see the gauge finally come out. We see Halpern finally go for the gank. And here comes Mirror from the backside as well as a teleport from Power. They're going to look for the turnaround here, and Halpern going to get bubbled up. He's going to get taken down. Vincent picks up that one. Now they're looking to chase on to anyone else here, as we do see them go for the flash on a Prod. He's going to get slowed up. He's going to get taken down. Mirror picks up, I believe, his second, one right there. And Vincent just trying to stay alive. Will get it dope under the turret. He might go down for this, but he does get healed the last second by Archie. He will survive that, and that'll be a double kill picked up from Mirror. Fantastic turnaround by them, picking up 3 kills, losing no one. They might lose out in this bottom turret, but either way, that will give him the gold lead back, and that will secure Mirror End with quite a few kills that he's desperately going to start to need here. 1,300 gold to spend. Can go into that Tiamat and Hydra if he wants to, or he could go in for his attack speed if he wants to as well. So we'll find out in just a few seconds, but great turnaround. And a great job by Mirror and Power just to be so quick on the response right there. Is my internet fixed? No, at home my internet is sadly not fixed yet. I'm a little bit disappointed. They have to, well, let's just say German people, I guess, don't understand what a chimney is, but I'll get back to that in a second. As we see the bottom turret get taken out the first one of the game. And Rion won't be able to fight out Power much longer here, as you see him diving in for it, but just really doesn't do that much. And so they have to route a cable through a chimney, quote unquote. That's what they said in German. And to do that, we have to get approval from the building manager, and then have a chimney sweeper actually run the cable for us. So right now, Power, well, he's going to flash away, but he has baited Realin in. But he gets baited as well. Realin jumps straight on top and picks up the kill here. Realin going to get the stealth off again. Mirror in a 1v2 situation, but he's being dropped so damn quickly. He went for that build run cutlass, and that'll be a double kill, a turnaround coming for Realin, and a great job by Halpern to be at the right place at the right time right there. Now Lethanar, well, he might get caught out. Vega, well, he'll hit the slow here. The spear's gonna be coming in as well, and he does have flash. He does have summoner heal. He'll pop one of them, and he'll probably pop the second one as well. And he looks like he should be able to escape if he can dodge the spear. And he in fact will. But here comes a 3-man push here onto this middle turret. No one there to defend against it except now unit back. And well, with the range that the side of DragonTeam has, they can't do much about that. Yeah, sounds about right. Have a chimney sweep, run a wire. Yeah. But hopefully, I believe I was told next week the wire should be ran. They should be able to install it. So maybe it'll be done then. We'll find out. Maybe I should christen that with a drunk stream as well, doing some like drunk dark space or something. I don't know. I have all 3 of them apparently now, but the one I got off of Origin, it's either German or French to install it. They didn't actually give an English option when they give it away for free. So I want to complain, but it was free at the same time. Alright, so Vega, he does not have that Bloodthirster done. Currently sitting on 500 gold to spend, but he has 5,400 overall to the 4,800, so he's built up a little bit of a lead. He does have, well, he did have Berserker Greaves ahead of a prod, but that has been evened up now. Mirror, well, you have to be careful. You're not that tanky. You really aren't. As we saw, we've seen these prior fights, and so we're going for that Blade of the Ring King. It looks like as his first buy. The Fair Flare off the back of that too, and Power, well, you gotta be careful, as the last Whisper was completed before the Hydra, so my hunch was right. And Railing can definitely boss around Mundo here in this lane, but it's 2-1 in turrets. Vega stealthing in, coming for the gank. He's not on all 4. It's just so weird to not see Twitch on all 4s.
Never falter.
Oh well. But Dragon Camp in about a minute time. Well, you're lonely will help. What? I don't know if you're talking to me about that one, but Revenge, no, it's a best of 2. We'll get back to that in just a second, though. As I do see Miru coming for a gank on the bottom side, though. Just not quick enough just yet. The bubble gonna land onto Lethanar, but it looks like he should be able to run away. He will get slowed up again by Vega. The spear's still coming in. And they'll do a good amount of chip to him, but it's a best of 2 format. It's 3 points a win that you get. So if you win both, you get 6 points. If you lose, you get 0. If you tie, you get 3 apiece. But right now, the game coming on to Realin. But look as Halpern is there yet again to turn this one around. We will see Realin finally drop here, but it's a 1-for-1 trade so far. Mirror can't afford to tank up that turret. He's trying to run away. Halpern, will he have the actual speed to catch up to him? But with Nami there, looks like they're going to turn this one around here. And Halpern, well, he's still out of half-life here as Mirror is trying to lifesteal off this one, trying to get the damage in. The Nami ultimate going to be used, but Halpern going to flash out of it. He's trying to stall as long as he possibly can, and this should be Archie tanking up the turret, and Halpern will actually pick up the kill in the Mirror and might be able to turn this around. He might be able to survive. Still, he will finally have the help from his team come around the backside, and he will survive by the skin of his teeth. Look at his health right now. Currently sitting at, well, it was under 100 at the time. And a great use out of that flash. They turned it around, picking up 3 kills, only losing 1 as Realin was the man to die. But still surviving nonetheless here. Fantastic job by him. And now we're dragging back up. You can see HWA. They're set up and looking for it. And right now, Mirror won't be still down for another 3 seconds. And Halpern will be able to get towards that dragon quick enough if they do want to take it down as fast as they possibly can. Star Wars 7. Lucani, go back to your cats. No one likes cats. I hate cats. Alright, let's take a look at items though. Blade of the Root King hasn't finished up from Mirror End. We can see a Randuin's, it looks like, coming in for power. Middle turret now being pressured by HWA though. Able to pick that up and even things up at 2-2. You can see in the mid lane, it looks like a Void Staff coming in second for Oliget. Not sure if that's actually the smart choice here. Hopefully they'll get turned into a death cap. And over on the other side, we do see Athenes and Holy Grail down with the new large rod picked up for Lethanar. So, got some pretty good damage here. As you can see, harassing Archie down, but the bubble does land. Mirror and going straight into this. He went in too deep. And Lethanar does pick up the kill. He was 1v4 right there, expecting, I guess, the team to be to back him up. But now, Realin going to jump straight on top of Archie, pick up the kill. He won't have the reset on his jump because he unfortunately does not have that actually leveled up here. But the Ono going to come in. Lethanar will pick up a second and pick up a triple in the end off of that one. So 4 kills for 0 deaths here. The only man to survive is Oligit off to the side, just trying to spear away, but that definitely will be Dragon in favor of HWA. And that should be a giant lead built up as well now. Cats are super adorable if they got lots of hair and they look fluffy, like fluffy cuddle bags. Lieblings, I don't punch women, but I would punch you for saying that. Normally I don't hit women, but I'll make an exception on this occasion if I have to. But yeah, that Yi mirror end, he just too deep. No reason for that. Guess he's expecting less people to be there, and he got completely picked off and completely dumped on. So hopefully he doesn't make a mistake like that again, because I guess he forgot he was Yi. You're just not tanky on Yi. That is the downside. But either way, I'm gonna start by HWA. They were struggling a little bit in the game, but they started to pull things back. They were having a little bit of a tough time, but with the 2 dragons they've gotten, you know, with that turnaround gank that they had, unfortunately on that top side that completely got them killed and lost 3 people, they've started to fight back in this one. And catching out, you know, obviously Yi makes things a little bit easier. Twitch, I don't like your voice. But he will go for a flash, and Nothing will just pick up the kill, outplaying him with his flash of his own, and he'll survive with a sliver of life. And that is now a 5-0-2 karma here. Major mistakes being made on the side of Dragon Team. Is this the famous ESL TV that I download turrets for? What? Yeah, Niebert, dogs are so much better. What the hell was that dive? I would say exactly what you said, but I unfortunately can't curse on stream. I think I've only done it once, though. Out of... Actually, my entire career, I think I've cursed twice. Maybe 3 times total. Which, over a year period, almost 2, that's not bad. But here comes the gank on the middle here. We have Mundo coming from the backside power, looking for a slow onto someone. And we'll hit it onto Prod here. So once it comes in, stops Mirror and Archie. And here comes Halford to turn this one around yet again with his ultimate. Does slow them up and does force them back here. So we'll have that disengage happen. Power, well, wasn't able to do enough damage to Prod, though. You can see he took him down to about half life himself here, and obviously was able to survive with quite a bit of life of his own here. And see the Triforce being picked up for Prod. Does have that phase done here. We see the Zeal picked up for Vincent, so going for, I believe, a Phantom Dancer here, since he has that dagger as well. But the Thornmail picked up for Power. Let's see which armor he has. 269 armor now, only 23 minutes in. He is, well, let's just say it's pretty much impossible for Prod to do anything to him, as well as Realyn. Well, no, Realyn has a Last Whisper, so he can do quite a bit here, especially with that Black Cleaver, but Prod isn't going to do anything. So if Realyn can get CC'd and killed, it should be an easy fight for the side of Dragon Team, I would say. The Lethnor, he has his Zonias completed now, so he's going to be quite a nuisance here. But here's a push on the top side of HWA. They're looking for the turret. And a turret, I will say, they should have here. And even in the mid lane, they might even get a 1 as well. As currently Power is off pushing that bottom lane. He has teleport up here, but he's not going to teleport in. He could just teleport middle right behind these 2 and probably make a big play here and pick up 2 kills. But unfortunately, just keeps pushing that one and shoving the lane into the turret. And try to trade 1 turret for 1, but they might lose on a more here. That's the big problem. As you see, they're not down the top side, but here comes the teleport finally. Power getting in right behind him. They know he's there, though. They ping him out. They do get the slow. Realyn picks up the kill onto Oligit in the middle. We'll go back to him here in a few seconds as Mirror diving straight onto Halpern. He will not get slowed up. He won't get stunned, and he will get turned around upon unit back. He's still surviving, but he eventually does get taken down. Twitch picks up the kill. And now Prod, he'll get taken down as well, and that'll be 2 for 0. But they're losing turrets left and right here. They lost 1 middle. They lost a player as well as Oligit, and they're going to lose an inhibitor turret as well. Play that unfortunately does not work out that well. Power diving onto Halpern here. Halpern turn this one around here. Flashes away from him. If he can dodge his cleaver, he should be able to survive, but he gets hit with the cleaver. Power going to pick that up, so that will be a 3-for-1 trade in the end. But losing 2 turrets and the inhibitor, and more importantly, the inhibitor turret, it's obviously not the best trade in the end for Dragon Team here. But 9-14, 24, 25 minutes in, and we have about a 4,000 gold lead built up for HWA. Bubble or Archie, well, not connecting unfortunately. The Mirror, is he gonna take the blue? Oh, it looks like he will donate that over. He has a Brutalizer picked up, so he's trying to go for that assassin kind of role. He's trying to just pop up in the middle of the fight, kill someone, get the resets, keep alpha striking over and over. And hope to not get CC'd by unit, but he's gonna get very deadly for him. He has to be very careful. One stun will kill him. So he has to play this one very safe, but look at his CS, currently 154. Almost even with his mid lane and top lane, and even 80 carry right now. And he obviously has almost 100 CS difference between him and the other jungler. He's currently sitting on 8,500 total. So it's about a 400 or 500 gold lead. But that's just about it. And as you can see, Hopper has built tanky, and he's not as tanky as Mundo, but here comes the engage out of Leona here. Will lock down Vincent. They're going to go straight for the dive on top, and they will get the kill. Nami Bubble ultimate won't be enough to actually force them back. Mirror, well, he's going to go down as well, trying to pop that heal, trying to stay alive, but he will fall. Rion will pick up another kill, and that will be the inhibitor being taken down as well by HWA. And I don't think they're going to go for the win here, but they will get a lot of fatal damage done. Nothing still just trying to harass them off. Archie can be going for the slow, maybe the bubble, and they will back off. And that will be the first inhibitor of the game taken 26 minutes in, and HWA are looking pretty damn solid here. It's honestly kind of their game to lose. Once you get that first inhibitor down, it's kind of hard to lose on a game unless you get caught out from a major mistake on your part. Leona out-farmed Nami. Nice. I almost believed that. I was like, wait. Base of the mountain. Come on, Jason, you're better than that. You know that. Here comes the Dragon yet again. This might be a major mistake. Halpern coming in from the backside. We will see a unit land straight onto power, and he's getting blown up so damn quickly, even with how tanky he is here. And he will fall to Prawn. That would be 2 kills on the side of HWA, and honestly, they can push for the win now. They have super minions starting to finally make their way here towards the middle. We see the flash come out of Lethanor. Does actually dodge the bubble, and Archie will get taken out. Vincent off to the backside. Will him and Mirror won't be able to do too much. This Mirror, well, it looks like he will be able to escape though, and now Halpern, he's in a tough spot. He might get taken down from this one. He will actually drop from this, but they will pick up another kill, and I believe Mirror he'll go down as well. And they will have a super minion there to tank up the turrets. And we'll find out here in just a few seconds if they go for the final push. It's only Oligate to actually defend against us with a 4-second respawn timer, but his wave clear, it just won't really be enough. It looks like HWA, well, they'll take down the first Nexus turret. They should be able to push down the second one because they'll have Mundo coming up and Nami. But instead, they back away. All right, so they're not feeling confident. They don't want to blow a guaranteed win here. And they will go back to base and probably buy up here. Let's see how much money they have. 2,400 gold to spend on Lethanor. So you have that another Nisolar draw unless he wants to go into a Void Staff, which I'm assuming he's going to go a Nisolar draw to a Death Cap. Yep, there it is. And we have the Triforce now down for Prod, so getting full items ahead of their opponents here. I almost see it to be impossible for HWA to lose out in this game. Mirror, I mean, he has a lot of damage if you look at him. He's going for Yoma's Ghost Blade. He can hurt quite a bit, but if he doesn't get CC'd, then he can do that. But he's being CC'd every single fight here. And even just out-tanked almost by the other team. And, you know, if he tries to go for Pro on the backside, well, unit might be there to defend against him. I might have to worry about Karma snaring him up, obviously. And that will be Dragon yet again here, picked up by the side of HWA. They picked up every single Dragon in this game. I believe that was their third now. And Baron was spotted by the side of DragonTeam, but they didn't go for it. Got some words done on it. I'm hoping that will be enough, but I really like this deep ward at the side of HWA, though. They can see their team, and they can see where they are going. And it looks like they're going to go for a shove onto this middle turret. I'm not sure why they actually did Dragon just now, when they're just going to go for potentially a finish. That doesn't really make sense why you get Dragon if no one went back in bot, but I guess now they're feeling confident to push for this last Nexus turret. They're not going to be able to get the super minions in there enough. They're not going to be able to get enough in there actually to tank it up, but we'll have the turnaround. Leona going down to Archie here. Halpern can come from the side. We'll go to off to the 2. Archie will actually survive for with a little bit of health here, but he will potentially go down here in the end. Halpern going to get bubbled up here as you see Rowland going to flash in, going to pick up a kill. He won't be able to jump away, but this is 2 kills now picked up on the side of DT. And this is a fight that they finally need to win. They're not able to chase anyone down just yet. Lethanor just a little bit too fast for them with the help of his slows, and they're not landing those cleavers, unfortunately. And they will just dodge out that. Vincent, is he going to go for it? Oof. And he will spot out Lethanor, and he will pick up the kill. And now he'll be forced to flash out of that one and escape. But HWA, I don't get it. They had 2 people defending. They could have taken the second Nexus turret and the win. Then they go for Dragon and then go for a push onto middle inhibitor, or for the finish. Why? Why would you go for Dragon then? I don't I don't understand. I really don't understand. And now a dragon. Gonna be started off the side of Dragon Team. They have to take it quickly. They have the cleavers. They have Twitch there. They have the damage they need, down to about half HP. That looks like they will be able to secure it before anyone at HWA is actually there to stop it. So I would hope so here, as looks like they will finish it off. Twitch, you were so annoying. Oh my god.
Now, there's a smell you can feel.
Ah.
I'll be right under the nose.
Wow. Anyways, I missed Rialan jumping in because I was just face palming so hard. But he picks up a kill on the Archie. So we'll have a man advantage here, but still up against a Baron team, a Dragon team. And Rialan even stealthing yet again here, maybe looking for another kill, but we'll lock down this inhibitor here in the meantime. We'll have Lethanor pushing the lane for him. Should have a Superman actually approaching in just a few seconds, if I'm not mistaken. But now they ping up the bomb turret. Looks like they want to hit that one up here. They have bought up quite a few items, as you can see. The Ravenous Hydra picked up for Rialan. And you can see the Death Cap now done for Lethanor. Pickaxe and almost that last whisper done for Prod. And you can see a unit going for that Random's Omen. But it's going to be a 5-on-4 fight here on this turret. And honestly, for Dragon's team, you have to give this one up. They don't really even have wave clear. Like, they have 0 wave clear pretty much. Where the other team has a decent amount. I mean, obviously you have Lucian's Q, you have Karma's Q, you have Evelyn's Q, and even Kha'Zix's W. Kha'Zix's W. It was a fight hard. They didn't want DT to be able to get anything off of it. Thing is, they didn't even need to fight that last one. Like when they pushed after Dragon, they didn't even need to fight. They can just bait out Baron. They put some wards down. They have Superminions still pushing middle. There's one Nexus turret to defend. They can't do that well against 1 or 2 Superminions getting in there. And they would force someone back and have a free Baron. Then you can push off of that. Like, I don't know, just the decision making the team didn't really make sense to me right there. Leona's Q does not do great wave clear. Her E, I guess, and her W helps out. But well, she won't be using those really. She'll be saving those for an engage. Alright, so Halpern, well, just clearing out some wards here. It looks like they want to go for a push on this top turret. Currently 7-2 in terms of towers. And soon to be 8-2. And the goal that they've been able to build up here is quite high just from global objectives. If you imagine this, so it's only about a 4,000 gold lead, let's just say 4.5. But there's been 3 dragons and 5 extra turrets and 5 extra turrets for the side of HWA, and yet the gold is only this low. The difference is only this minimal. And that shows how well the side of Dragon Team has been playing. Obviously, a lot of that's in Mirror's End from the amount of CS he has, over 105 CS advantage over Halpern. That has mounted up to quite a bit of gold, and well, they're still looking for a push on this turret here. The Superman's pushing out middle. They have Mirror End there as well, and this turret should be free here once I decide to go for that final push. And like I said before, no real wave clear on the side of Dragon Team. So here we go. Halpern off to the side. Just looking to support here, and DT will just straight up back away. Ultimate Visa, they're actually going to lock down Vincent there, but they're going straight for power. He will get snared up here. Actually, will get out of it in just in time. Miran looking for the fight here in the front of his team. Will pick up 1 kill with the help of Vincent, and they are looking to turn this around. Rialan does pick up a kill though, and does shut down that Yi here, but Power is still just diving into the back of the team. He's looking for the kills. He picks up one over onto Rialan, and it's a 1-for-3 trade so far in favor of DT. And HWA again losing out on another major fight. Vincent trying to chase down Lethanor. He'll get the snow. He won't get the slow off. Lethanor will dodge away from that, but with the Nami slow and that damage that he does, that will be Lethanor getting taken down. Oh, gonna help the Zodius, but the enemy team just heals him up right away. Realizing that could be dangerous. He flashes out from this one, and he might be able to escape from this, but Lily, how are you ever gonna escape that? It does bait him in though, and we'll force Ola to get back, and we will have Lethanor survive with the help of his AD carry Prod right there. So still just 1-for-3 trade, and HWA and Dragon Team both hold on to the game for a little bit longer. Alright, so now first Dragon of the game finally taken for DT here after 35 minutes. Now we'll close that gold lead a little bit further, but after 35 minutes in, you know, 2,000 gold isn't that much. Even 5,000 gold really isn't that much. And they're still continuing to build up items. Random's Omen coming in for Mirror. He has that Youmuu's Ghost Blade done. They pick up another turret on the bottom side, so 3 to 8. And look at that. 1.4 thousand difference between these two teams now. Alright, so as we can see, HWA, they're unable to close up the game. They need to do something here, and they need to do it fast, because they keep losing out on multiple fights, and when that happens, well, they'll start to be on equal footing in terms of items, and then when that happens, well, as you can see with them being ahead, they're still going to be losing out on the fights, so let's see if they do anything here. They have that middle inhibitor to take yet again here, but I don't think they're going to be the ones to push into it to get it for this time. I'm going to wait for Baron here, or maybe wait for Catch Mirror, and he won't get stunned up. And we'll pop the ultimate and the Youmuu's, and we'll force him just a little bit back here, but his ultimate obviously not on that long of a cooldown here, and HWA, well, the ultimate's going to be off cooldown very soon as well. So we're going to stay with some jungle creeps, take away that red buff as well, and maybe look for a fight somewhere here. As Lars spot up by that ward at that red buff. And you have to be careful here. Is there another wave of Supermans pushing, or is that it? No, that is it here. So, they lost the pressure on middle. They lost control of this game, to be honest. And DragonTeam, one of the teams invited in last second, I believe yesterday, because of teams dropping out, are looking pretty good to take their first game here in this best of 2. Hey, Benny. Alright, so finally, DragonTeam looks like they're confident to push out of their base finally, though they need to clear out that bottom wave. Looks like Oligate will be the man to go do that here. You can see both teams kind of struggling for that next move here. They're waiting for a team to make... And they will clear out that ward on that red buff. But they're just waiting for that mistake maybe by the other team, and I think... all in all, in terms of mistakes, I want to say that HWA have made less. They used to snowball the game so heavily in their favor in the beginning. But now DragonTeam are catching them out, forcing them to make bad choices. And from that, have closed the gold gap by quite a bit here. Never say never. Alright, so they start to push bottom. Immediately get pushed back though. I need that Leona ultimate to catch out Nidalee, to catch out Twitch, or to catch out Yi, and have power looking to chase him down. We'll have his ultimate pop though. Not getting much healing because of that ignite down on him. That's not, yeah, this is ignite down on from Rialan. But still get full healed anyways, doesn't really matter. Has that Warmog's armor. Even building some magic resist now finally. Those cleavers going to continue to land, going to continue to force them back here, and he's pretty much single-handedly with, I guess, the help of Oligate throwing those spears, holding them back off of this push, and it looks like Halpern going to go off the backside, actually go in towards that middle inhibitor maybe. Apply a little bit of pressure as we do see him. Looks like he wants to go for it, wants to come in straight from the back, and this is going to be very damn dangerous. He will be spotted by the turret, and they do ping down on top of him. He now has to run, or he could get completely caught out. Which is so annoying, but Halpern, well, they'll get locked down here by the help of Nidalee, and Yi will flash over the wall. Actually, we'll get some distance between him and Mirror, and he will survive here for a little bit longer, but will be forced to run towards the top side. Lefthorn now get engaged upon the Renner's only going to be popped. Lefthorn, well, he most certainly will be going down here. Rialan looking for the kill, though, onto Mundo. They won't actually pick it up. He'll be able to back off this Coling, going to come down right in the face of Vincent, but he will survive by the help of Archie taking some damage right there. And that will be a 1-for-2 trade. Vincent just going to stealth up. Looking out for someone. Rialan towards the backside. Ooh, Vincent, you got to be careful, son. He will just charge straight into him, and it looks like they will force him back, and he will survive. And even get slower 2 off here, but we'll flash over the wall, looking for the kill. And Rialan, I hate to say it, but you're gonna die. Power picks up the kill and goes on a killing spree, and they win the fight 1-for-4 here, and have the potential to go for yet another Baron. I like how Wounded said this Eve sneak, and then he says throw. Like a second later as he gets caught out. Alright, so second Baron being taken for our Dragons team here. I think they're feeling confident to finally push out. They just gotta shove out that top lane, get a minions tech going on bottom. And they can shove middle to go in for that inhibitor of their own to take. But they still have 5 turrets to pick up right now, and they finally have the gold lead. They're still down 2 dragons total. They only got 1 to the 3 of HWA. And 5 turrets to go to lengthen their goal lead even further here. As you do see, Last Whisper, Fan Dancer, Bloodthirster picked up for Vincent, going for the Infinity Edge. He'll actually have it done as well. So his damage is going to be ridiculous now. And as long as he can stay alive, as long as he can sit in the back, get all this free damage down, I honestly don't see HWA winning this game anymore. I feel like they threw it after going for Dragon, then going for that middle push onto that last Nexus turret. DT stands for DragonTeam, and HWA, I honestly couldn't tell you what it stands for. I think it's Turkish, though. Even though my last name's Kaplan, I'm not Turkish. Alright, but Realan does have the GA now, though. So we can afford to dive in the backside a little bit more. Halpern picking up a Yoma's Ghostblade as well. He's getting a little bit of damage with his tankiness. See that Blade of the King picked up for Prod, so we can kite a little bit better here. And let's see, Dragon spotted in. Looks like HWA will secure it here, but finally we see the side of DragonTeam pushing middle. Looking for a couple of turrets here. Looking to be the ones to apply the pressure, and it looks like they will finally be able to do that. But HWA, they get the perfect engage coming in from the backside, and they might catch someone out. Leon might go in for this one. Unit, let's see, where is he? Coming in from the back. He will get forced out. Halpern by himself. We'll get bubbled up. We'll get killed. And the ultimate won't do anything here. So they will have a 5-on-4 fight, even with the Baron. And Unit, well, he'll go down as well. On the ultimate, not going to catch out anyone. But still, the damage has been done. Lethnor over towards the backside. We'll be able to get this damage on Archie, but it's really just not that much here. And they will pick up the outer inner turret, the middle inner turret, and we'll look for the inhibitor turret as well, as Power just tanking them up towards the top side. Realan, you can see the damage that he does take right there, and that will be the inhibitor being taken down. And honestly, they can just go for the win here. They have the tankiness, they have a Mundo with 1,000 armor, 360, and they're going to go straight for the win here. They're going to take up the next turrets. We're going to look for the first one here. Realan, come for the backside. We'll look for the kill to Archie. Won't get the kill, though. And then here's a turn on Mirror, looking for a kill back onto Lethnor. He will be able to run away from this one, though, and they're wasting their time. Realan looking for maybe another jump right now, but looks like Lethnor will get taken down by Mirror, and finally here. Now it's all to Prod and Realan to hold on to this, and well, the Baron buff's giving him regen. Archie's there to heal him up as well. And those next turrets will not last against a Master Yi here. So that first one gonna fall in just a few seconds. And the second one, below half health, not gonna survive much longer either. Maybe even gonna tank up the turret just for a little bit. And that would be the Nexus getting taken down here, I would imagine. But here comes the engage out of Leona and Evelyn here. They get some good damage onto the other team. You see Power, he's going for the X-Peke, the back door, and he picks it up as well with the help of his E and that extra health. And that will be DragonTeam pulling that one back on the brink of a loss, I'll say, and secure themselves the first win in this best of 2. So guys, we're gonna go to a quick little break, but when we come back, game 2 will be going underway between DT and HWA, and we'll find out who's gonna come out with 6 points, or potentially 6 points, or can HWA take at least 3 coming out of this one. So guys, we'll be back in just a few. We'll see you then.